How many of you watched the episode of Star Trek The Next Generation where they put Commander Data on trial? It aired in 1989 and it's called The Measure of a Man. It's arguably the most important episode of the series because it outlines perfectly the legal and moral problem we are about to face. For those who missed it, Commander Data is an android. In this episode, a scientist wants to take him apart in order to see how he works. Data refuses, so they go to court in order to settle one specific legal question. Is Data a person, or is he the property of Starfleet, the company that has built him? To decide, Captain Picard and the scientist agree on 3 criteria for sentience: intelligence, self-awareness, and consciousness. Picard argues that we can't prove that Data doesn't have consciousness, so we must treat him as a person. He wins the case, the audience cheers. The reality is that Picard didn't prove that Data was conscious, he just proved that Data was good at pretending he's conscious. There is a moment in the episode where the scientist turns Data off with a switch. It proves that Data is a machine, a simulation. But we, the audience, side with Data because of anthropomorphism. We are biologically hardwired to empathize with anything that acts like us. This is where the definition of human gets a little bit tricky. A machine can simulate intelligence by processing data. It can simulate self-awareness by following a script. And it can simulate consciousness by using emotional language. But a simulation of rain doesn't make you wet. And this brings us to a challenge we may come across in the coming years. We are building AI that will mimic humanity perfectly. It will pass all of Picard's tests. And this forces us into a brutal catch-22 regarding rights. The first option is to take the Star Trek route and grant the machines rights. If we decide that the sophisticated AI is a person, the modern world breaks. Legally, you cannot own a person. Companies like OpenAI or Google couldn't own their models. If you need to delete an AI to save server space, is that murder? Giving machines rights would make the technology legally and practically unusable. The second option is to deny the machines rights. We decide that no matter how smart they act, they are just property. But there is a risk involved with this option. What happens when millions of people are interacting with entities that sound like they are suffering? If we train ourselves to ignore the pleas of things that look and act human, what does that do to our psychology? We might not be hurting the machine, but we might be callousing our own capacity for empathy. If we recognize them as people, we destroy the economy. If we treat them as property, we might destroy our own humanity.